actionable insights through analytics for scouting and performance assessment. So over to you.
Thanks so much. So first of all, welcome everybody, and thanks for joining me here in today my speech. My name is Can Erdoğan, and today I will be talking about the use of data analytics in recruitment and performance for football clubs. All right, let's start. So what I will show you here is a simple case of a reporting tool or dashboard that we provide to football clubs. Let me explain what the dashboard is showing. So here we have a pool of players, and at top we have a filter bar, competition, leagues, season, position, time played, and all the other ones. And on the right-hand side, we have a list of players. So don't worry about this too much. But what the chart is showing us, it's showing us the market value from Transfermarkt. So this is one of the examples of data enrichment, integration of sources. So this is integrating Opta data and Transfermarkt data. And below match rating. So it's taking the average of a match rating of the players that we have in this pool. So what I'm going to do now is, this is an animation. Let me get this. Oops. Cool. Let me try again. If not, they will take care of it. Okay, cool. So what we're doing is, we're choosing all the leagues we want to see. I'm not going to change anything, all of the leagues I want to see. Seasons, I only want to include maybe 2018 and 2019, and also 2019 season, which is applicable for Brazilian league, Swedish league, such as these leagues. General position, I want to be more in detail, so I'm going to choose offensive players. I want my player to have played at least 900 minutes, which is equivalent to almost 10 matches. I want to look at high-performing players, so I'm going to set my average match rating to 7. I'm not going to spend over 20 million euros. My budget is 20 million, so my maximum budget I set to 20 million. And I don't want to look at older players, so I set my age to 30. So the maximum of age of players that you will see is 30. So in the end, this dashboard is giving me 42 players according to my criteria that are showing high performance in 2018 and 2019 season, and also have low market value that we can actually set him as a target. Funnily enough, Teemu Pukki comes up in this dashboard as a potential player, according to my criteria. So this is a very simple use of a dashboard that we provide. It's very useful, very simple, but it's really effective, especially for recruitment. So if I go next, again, I know this is a lot to take in, so don't worry about understanding the dashboard quite a lot at the moment. But what it's showing us is it's giving us a list of players with some stats and some information. This is a weekly notification report. What it does is it flags some players, in this case 55 players, for this particular week, according to my criteria. I want to look at high potential players and worthy looking players, not only the ones that performed great in that week's match, but also they are also performing great for the rest of the season. So let me explain some metrics here. We talked about match rating. We have this match rating for this week's match, which is this one. And then this L4MR is, again, it's a match rating, but it's an average match rating of the previous 4 matches. So it's important for us to see this so that not only the ones that performed great in the current match, but they've also been performing great in the previous weeks. And also we have SMR, which is the average match rating for the current season. And what this weekly player notification report does is I am setting all of these metrics into certain criteria. For example, match rating of 8.5 over 8.5, and last 4 years match rating is 6.75, and similarly season match rating 6.5. So this is a list of really worth-looking high potential players. You're familiar with this. The first one I showed you for Vedat Muric was a player profile report. Right now I took another example from Henry Onyekuru. He's moved to Monaco this transfer season, but this is his data from last season. Again, a timeline of his performances. He's performed quite well over the weeks last season. This shows us which positions he's played, and again how he's doing in each area of the statistics. What I want to show you is you can get a lot more information. The first one was the Nigerian players in the league. This is team of the Man of the Match award, and this is the yellow cards in the leagues. It's a live dashboard. You can not only look at this player, but also compare this player with other players in the league in the current season. Right now, I'm looking at goals per 90. He's done really well, but how are the other players doing? And this is the average of goals per 90. So he's way above the average for goals per 90. And again, it's very live. I want to look at only the first half of the season, the first 17 weeks. And I choose this, and then everything gets adjusted, all the metrics, even the rankings of the tables. For example, goals per 90, this is now giving me the best performance for goals per 90 for weeks 1 and 17. Let's say I have a pool of players, for 35 leagues, let's say, and all of the players are in this dashboard. I am looking at 2018-2019 season, only for defensive midfielders, center midfielders, attacking midfielders, wingers, and strikers. So what a recruitment analyst do is, okay, great, I can see all the players now, right? They're sorted according to their match rating. I can see the highest goal scorers, and sort on. And by the way, you can click any of these metrics. For example, let's go to tackles, interceptions, and recoveries. It's sorted by tackles won. So this is the highest tackle won player. By the way, this is a mock data, and also it's filtered, so it doesn't actually show you the best tacklers all around the world. But if I want to look at the best interceptors, all I would do is click on this, and the sorting will change in the table. But the main focus of this report is what you see at the bottom here in the search criteria. So if you go, oh, sorry. Okay, here. So again, I'm looking at 2018-2019 season, minimum 10 matches played, because I don't want to see a player that played 2 matches only, for example. I have a filter bar on the right-hand side. You can set your 10 matches played to 10 here, but you also have lots of other criteria or filters for statistical metrics. In this case, for simplicity, I only chose 5. So what are my examples? I want to look at a player, an attacking player, that has a high shots per 90. So I set it to 1. So this player will have at least 1 shots per 90 minutes. But I also don't want a striker or an attacking player that has a high shot. I want him to be a high rate, with a high shot success rate. So I set my shot success rate to 60%. Similarly, I want this player to have a good pass success. Again, I set my pass success to 60. I want this striker or attacking player to be involved in the attacking play. You know, not only score like a pivot centre-forward, but also be involved in the attacking play, have open peak play key passes. So I set my open play key passes per 90 over 1. Last 2 ones, I want this guy to be have a high dribbling traits, so I set my dribbles per 90 to 2, and I want this guy to be a fighter, somebody that gets involved in duels. So I set my duels won per 90 to 3. So according to my criteria, the platform is giving me 10 different players. These are just very small examples and simple examples. There's lots of other reporting that we provide. It's a very dynamic reporting platform, but what we provide, not only these platforms or these reports, it's a tailored data support. Thank you so much.
Thank you.